Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. I'm Ron Swanson, and we're here with the one and only Paula M for the Daily Show, jumping into some various topics from around the world, and we've got some shockers for today. But Paula, how are you doing? How are you?
I'm doing great, thank you. I just bathe City every
Yeah,
Friday. I bathe her every Friday. And she's yes, and I wash her, I brush her. Well, I brush her twice a day, twice or three times a day, because she's a queen. Well, you do the same for a storm, don't you? You have to wash
he's
him.
unconscious on the floor right now, covered in grass seeds. Do you know what I'm saying? It's a very different life, Paula. Okay, Queen Siri, very different.
Absolutely, she's a queen. I am so obsessed with her. I don't know what's wrong with. I've had dogs all my life, and they're all my babies, but this little bitch, it's so bossy. I've never had a female dog. So she's very, very tiny. I never had a tiny dog like that. My dogs have been bearded collies, but now I don't even want to go out. I'm planning to go to Europe, but even that now I'm second guessing because I don't want to leave her. Um,
He'll be fine. He'll be fine.
no, she'll be fine. I won't be.
Yeah, she will be. Listen, just relax. Everything will be fine. Okay. The little man had his first set of like intense zoomies out in the front garden this morning, and
Oh,
now
wow.
he's unconscious on the floor, just in a mess. So happy days, happy days. But listen, everyone, thank you for joining us. Like and share, get this shared out. We're getting the show rolling. Where shall we start for the start
I
of?
just want to say something about that Lindsay Clancy murder trial. The three. Okay, I'll give you these things and these pointers.
I'll pull it up. I'll pull it up. Hang on.
Okay.
You keep talking.
Okay. The search, the computer search about unaliving was done in her husband's or ex-husband's laptop while she was at the doctor's office with her sick kid. And somebody went into her Facebook account, and then from the Facebook account looked at this singer who her ex-husband loved or liked for a long time, and then he went and looked for unaliving, and then he went and looked for other stuff.
Wow. So she's made it look like somebody else has done it.
He
No. She has made it look like her.
No, she was physically at the doctor's
Oh yeah,
with
yeah,
her
yeah. But
kid.
I could fake that. It's easy to fake timestamps and activities on a
No, no,
computer.
no. No, this is not faking or anything. This was forensically done. It was done through his computer. It was at his home. They even have the IP address. I
No,
don't know how they do that.
yeah, but what I'm saying is, digital forensics is easily to be manipulated.
Well,
Digital
the
forensics.
thing is that it has been proven that it was done through his laptop at this time with the
Mhm.
timestamp. This is
That's
forensic.
wild. That's crazy that she's managed to make it look like her husband's done that.
Yeah,
You know
and
what I mean?
she's not very techy. Number one, that's number one. Number two, alleged well, the kids were killed with a rope, right?
Paula, this bitch is going to jail.
Let me put it
Okay?
this way.
This bitch is going to jail for
Let me
killing her
just finish.
children.
Can you just finish? Can I
Yes,
just finish?
sorry, I'll shut up.
The three children were offed with a rope. You know that when you're killing somebody, especially because it took such short time.
I don't know what it's like to kill anybody. I just want to say that
Well,
right now.
she's saying the whole thing happened in half an hour, less than half an hour. She off three kids. She tried to off herself, jumped the window, and blah blah blah. Right.
Okay.
So this is not like, and this guy usually took off to New York to be with his mistress as a dead ringer for his ex-wife, and so he was out a long time. He was gone with his buddy. So for her to off the kids in less than half an hour doesn't make any sense. I'm gonna just give you certain things here, okay? So
What, Paula? You could kill multiple people via strangulation.
let me just finish.
Okay.
Yet her DNA was not in the rope, but her ex-husband's was.
Okay. So she's trying to frame her ex-husband.
How? Okay. And then when her body temperature was less than 82 degrees outside. I mean, and for
I'm still here. I'm still here.
all the forensic experts have said that you would need to be out for about an hour and a half at least to get your body temperature that low. So that
Okay.
thing that she was less than a few minutes out and he was trying to help her, that is
Wait, does she have any memory of this?
no, she doesn't have any memory. But listen to this. This is another little thing. The man, the ex-husband, alleges that when he came in, when he came to the house, he found her outside, and she confessed to him that she had off the children and they were in the basement. Yet,
Okay,
when the
okay.
paramedics came like a couple of minutes later, her thyroid was completely crushed. There was no way she could speak or anything like that. Yet the only thing that they have is the word of the guy who says that he found her outside, completely bloodied. She has some sort of strangulation marks, and he's saying that she tried to hang herself or whatever, right? Um, that's pretty weird to me. And the doctors have said that it's medically impossible for somebody to get to that low body temperature within a few minutes. His timeline does not match. He said that he left the home to go at 5:10 in the afternoon because she wanted him to go to this pharmacy to pick up this thing and to pick up some food at the restaurant, right? Well, the pharmacy is about 3 minutes away. If he left around 5:10, let's say he'd be there around 5:15,
Hmm.
5:20 maximum, but it never is because it's an empty lot. He's there. He arrived there at 5:32, and then between the pharmacy and the restaurant, which is like 9 minutes away, he changed his clothes and his shoes. He shows up at the restaurant with different sweater and with different shoes. And people are saying, well, it's the dead winter. But how often do you go when you're gonna run quick errands? I've lived in cold weather, and so do you, Ron. Can you imagine? I'm gonna put a set of clothes and a set of shoes because if I jump into CV, if I go to the pharmacy and then I have to jump in the car, and then I'm gonna change my sweater, I'm gonna change my
No,
shoes.
you know what? You know what? All right, I'll take the bait. We need to sit down and do a show about this. Like whether we do it Sunday or Monday. This is interesting. You've got me. You've got wait, like because I had
You can look at this is one of
oh,
the things that's been disputed, and this has been confirmed that he didn't arrive until 5:34. By the
yeah, yeah, but there's too many facts. I need to see them. I need to write it all down and put it in bullet point now, right? Because if all of the things that you're saying are true, this is worth. Because I'm not being funny. I would be wheeling her out to the gallows this morning if you hadn't told me all this.
Oh yeah, but when you listen to how much medication they give this woman,
No,
she
no, I don't want to listen. This is the thing. I am in no way, shape, or form taking any of the medical stuff. If you are off your tits because you've been overprescribed and you kill all your kids, straight to jail. No,
look
nothing.
at what they're saying there. Another thing that's very interesting for you to know
You know,
is
let's
that
pull up.
no, just let me finish this, Ron. Is that they kept upping her meds prescription. So, for example, if they gave her like 5 milligrams of diazepam,
Yeah,
they would
yeah.
she would come on and they would give her 10 milligrams.
I
But what
understand that. I'm well versed.
No, you're not. You don't even know what I'm going to say.
No,
So, the police found that the husband had all the prescriptions that when if they had up her 5 milligrams to 10 milligrams, he would keep the 5 milligram all the bag of medication. He would keep it. He had it in his car, and
yeah.
then they found that they were crushed pills in the drinks that she took that day. She wouldn't need to because she's already taking the medication herself. Why would she need to crush additional pills to put it in her drink?
I don't
And
know.
then
Crazy
they
people
found
do
out that
crazy
he
things.
had all these pills, and the excuse that he gave on the stand, you can even see that people, oh, it's just keeping them because the medical people said, give it to your husband. No, they would tell you, get rid of it.
Yeah, I need to see all this. This is very fishy. It's very very fishy. But yeah, for me, none of the I've been overprescribed meds as a fully grown adult woman who makes decisions for herself. You can
She
choose whether or
wasn't
not
making
to take.
decisions for
You
herself.
can choose to take your meds or not, right? That's all I'm saying. So as far as medical, she was over medicated as a reason. I can't have any of that as even a thing I bring into this case. But the fact that you're talking about her husband and the change of clothes and the timing and the big bag of crushed up stuff and all of that
Her
is
body temperature.
stinky,
And
stinky.
the thing is that they don't understand because the medical experts, when
Oh, oh, am I annoying? Don't worry. Don't worry. You'll never be able to see this channel again.
no, but
Don't
listen,
worry.
the thing is that it's very
Bye.
what was really interesting to me, Ron, and this is the thing that really bothered me, is like the medical experts could not explain her low body temperature, 82 degrees, less than 82, because they clocked 82 degrees her body. But once she had already been in the ambulance, they were trying to resuscitate her. So she had already been in the ER almost like half an hour. So they managed to get her body temperature up to 82 degrees. And they were saying, all the medical experts said that it is impossible for a body like this is a physical metabolic impossibility. You cannot be less than 82 degrees in your body if you're like 9 to 10 minutes out in the cold. It does, your surface skin might get cold, but your inner core, it doesn't happen. That you would need to be like 6 hours. There was this famous guy who was under the snow for hours and his body temperature was like 84, so it's very interesting that when the people got there, the paramedics, her thyroid was completely crushed. They said that, and she was like just barely, you're able to like just express pain.
Hang on. We've got another one here. Did I just block someone because they disagree with you? No, I blocked somebody because they were rude with me. And also, your free speech means nothing in my live streams. Like, if you're rude to me, your freedom of speech and your rights have no value in my side chat. If you've got to understand that I'm here for my community, and if you criticize me like you have done very politely, I'm okay with it. But if you're going to come out and insult me, then you're gone. You're gone. So yeah, sorry.
I'll give you. I know you don't want to hear about drugs or stuff like that. My mom, when she was in her early 40s, my mom was having physical symptoms. We later found out that she had massive tumors and cancer, right? But the doctors at the time, they kept saying, no, it's all in your head, so they kept giving her drugs. And my mom started going like crazy. Like, I remember, it's like I would stay out of her way because it just completely changed her. And she would go from real highs and real lows. And she hadn't told my dad, right? Because she didn't want to bother my dad. And we just thought the bitch was crazy. She's going insane or something. Like, what's going on with you? And then later, when she really, really declined, we found out that she'd been going to this quack of a doctor who told her, he just couldn't prescribe it. Then my dad immediately took her to a proper, because my mom was going to this holistic doctors. And then we took her to a proper doctor, and immediately Dr. Lugo said, no, you have tumors. We're going to remove everything and we're going to fix you. And that completely changed. So for me, I do have experience with mood altering, how certain drugs do alter people's behavior.
Yeah, no, I understand that. I mean, there's a lot of combinations of substances and overprescription, even of substances that can.
I came close when they couldn't prescribe what was wrong with me with lupus, and the doctors kept telling me it was all in my mind, and I suffer from insomnia and joint pains and like all of this thing in my. I remember for my hands they couldn't even prescribe that I had secondary nose syndrome. I never heard of that, and I kept putting fungus things because I would get all in wintertime. It would get red, almost gangrene in my fingers. I didn't know what the hell it was. I would buy things online like for fungus because I thought it's fungus, right? But it wasn't. It just hurt it even more. But I thought that they were literally trying to put me. They wanted to declare me what's your hypochondriac, because I would have daily fevers. I could sit here and have like a 41 fever, and then it goes away within minutes, and I start to sweat. So by the time I got to the doctor, you're fine. Why are you bothering us with this thing? And it was just horrible. And they just wanted to put me on drugs for that, and I didn't want to take it because I hate taking medication and stuff. And it wasn't until I got to Nicaragua that the lady, within 4 minutes, because it all started for being vain because of my hands. And I was my sister's wedding, and my hands were horrible. And I went to the doctor and I said, can you please help me with my hands? And she grabbed my hands, Ron. She goes, do your fingers get red in winter and it spreads? Yes. When, the butterfly it was amazing. I wasn't crazy. I found out I had lupus and secondary nose syndrome, but it was a relief. But then you can easily fall in the hands of some quack that's going to give you medication. And if you're desperate enough, you'll take it.
No, for sure. Absolutely. And again, it's one of those cases, Paula, where I'm going to have to look into all the new.
That for lupus, I don't take any medication. I don't take any medication for lupus. This is why I started farming, because my general doctor said, it's your immune system. There's nothing you can do. But what you can do to help is change your eating habits. So, for example, eat these kinds of foods. So that's what I did, and because they didn't grow healthy foods, I planted them, and that's how we started growing. Like
That's
the
interesting.
farming thing. Yeah.
Yeah, and again, this is why I don't go to the doctors. So
Oh, that's stupid though.
no, like I can't remember the last. If I need to go to a doctor's, I go straight to a hospital, and there's GPs at a hospital that have taken oaths, and the British public don't seem to realize this. So yeah, I don't use a GP. Waste of time.
Well, let's get into it. What do you want to get into?
Well, hang on. Let me just pull it up here. I want to get to the Hunter Biden stuff, right? But I want to talk about Bill Gates' daughter first.
I just want to say something. Fifi butterfly. Right now, there's two things: Raynaud's phenomenon and Raynaud's syndrome. Syndrome is more advanced, and what it is that your veins thin. Your veins are composed of myelin, which is a substance that keeps your veins soft, and that this way the blood can, they can expand. But when you start losing myelin, they don't know why you start losing myelin in your veins. They start to dry up. Actually, my dad died of that. And what it is like, when you have your plumbing, your veins are your plumbing. So it's like they become thin, and the blood it's harder for the blood to get through your veins, because they start to thin out and stuff like that. So I eat a lot of foods like red flesh dragon fruit, papaya, pineapple. Believe it or not, coffee, like it's very good too for me. But that's what I do.
Okay, so for those of you who don't know what cookie stuffing is, this is big business.
I don't know what that is. This is why I sent it to you.
Yeah. So this all started back with, there was a company called Honey, right? You'll have all heard it. You use honey, you add it to your navigation bar, and every time you go
Never
try
heard of it, Ron. What is honey?
I'm explaining it. So what it will do is when you go to buy something on the internet, it'll automatically apply all the known discount codes for what it is you're trying to purchase. And I mean, don't get me wrong, I used to use honey. I saved hundreds and hundreds of pounds a year using honey. People use honey all the time, right? So bear with me here on how complicated this gets. So let's say there is an influencer who is telling you to go to a product that they're associated with to make a purchase. For example, go and get 10% off of ARUP or whatever. You then use their affiliate link, which takes you to ARUP's website. And the minute that your browser starts applying the online coupons for a cheaper product, it replaces all of the cookies in your system with their own cookies, which then gives them the sale and not the influencer. So cookie stuffing is effectively taking away all of the affiliate marketing, all of the secondary market for people to be able to use affiliate links and to get sponsorships. Hang on, Paul, I need to. And using sponsorships and things like this. And when Honey, you got to understand, Honey used to sponsor Mr. Beast. Like everybody, if you were on YouTube, knew what Honey was. Honey, save money with Honey. Save money. I'm just trying to pull up their legal situation. Because I'm pretty sure it's about to start up again. But anyway, so this takes us now to where we are with Bill Gates' daughter, who set up a company, and it was looking really good, right? Everything was looking real good for Phoebe. Bill Gates' daughter, Phoebe, and I just want to point out you can see the level of jail sentence this comes with. So Bill Gates' daughter, Phoebe Gates, is at the center of a brewing scandal after her multi-billion-dollar startup, FIA, was accused of cookie stuffing, a deceptive practice which carries a maximum penalty of 20 years in a federal prison. Since July, FIA has been doing damage control after reports claim that the startup was using technology to take credit for sales it may not have generated. The company claimed that it only recently found out about the issue and blamed it on a bug. But news reports claim that the Nepo baby knew that how does Bill Gates' daughter have a bug in any of her coding, right? Can I just point that out? But new reports claim that the Nepo baby knew that the illicit feature for months and may have allegedly used it to inflate their commissions. Phoebe Gates' AI startup FIA has been. Oh, we know all that, right? Phoebe Gates, 23, has previously said that she had had so much insecurity about being a Nepo baby and had such a desire to prove herself, funded FIA with her Stanford University roommate, Sophia Kiani, the digital personal shopping assistant, which has over 9,600 retail brand partners, allows shoppers to find discounts and automatically apply coupons to their purchase. So all she's done, okay, just so we know, love, all you've done is seen the collapse of one of the biggest brands on the internet with honey, okay? And when that collapsed because of every influencer turning their back on them, you've swooped in, repurposed it as a place that brands have. It's the same thing, but for personal shopping. And you've done the exact thing that Honey done, and you've been caught for it the same way Honey was. And this also, can we point out how much this looks like the Pfizer logo? Like very Pfizer-y.
So what's going to happen? Is this like some serious fraud?
Oh, this is 20 years in jail if this
is Bill Gates' daughter.
I know.
By the way, I think she's had a lot of plastic surgery because there's no way that a daughter between Bill Gates and Melinda Gates, no offense, guys, is going to look like that. We're looking at serious plastic surgery here. Good for her.
You know, he looks so shady. He looks so shady.
He is shady. Look at him. He went and testified before Congress and he came out the victim. Go figure.
Yeah, but I mean, when you're shady, the number one thing is to not look shady. And he just continues to look shady. Anyway, so
because he must be such a degenerate, just like Bill Clinton when he went to testify before Congress and he's drooling over the girls' pictures. I mean, that was. I mean, it was funny, but you know.
Yeah, it's a wild one. Listen, everybody, can you do me a favor? Can you do some likes and some shares? It really does help. I really, really appreciate everyone being here each day. I just want everyone to know Ron on Monday is going to be launching a whole bunch of new content. I mean, Sean Atwood channel, my own channel. A few other bits and bobs, and I'm trying to change a few of the ways in which that I interview on this channel. I'm cutting back on my interviews as well. There's going to be a lot more Ron just ranting on the internet, but
I need us to do a live. I'll talk to you about it in your channel, and when if you decide to do it, then I'll get the entire group to go watch it.
Hang on one second.
But and we have to talk, talking about fraud, we have to talk about Selena Gomez.
Hang on. Let me just finish this last paragraph and then we'll move on. Right? Under no circumstances, a shopper uses a FIA coupon will trigger a tracking cookie. Okay. And if that shopper subsequently made a purchase as buying a pair of Nike shoes, for example, then it would allow FIA to receive a legitimate commission. But in the alleged cookie stuffing scheme that Sophia is accused of, a shopper could simply be browsing Nike or browsing any other store, see a FIA pop-up and have a tracking cookie dropped in without actually clicking or using the Sophia app, which is exactly what Honey did. Okay, whereas usually you don't tend to have the person that's offering you a discount code running simultaneously through your web browser, which is what this does. And don't get me wrong, this is
I'm confused, but isn't that the same thing that cookies do when they ask you if you accept all the cookies?
Yes. So what they're doing is replacing all your cookies with theirs.
But is that okay? But I think that's what everybody does. Why would that be? I'm sorry being ignorant here, guys.
No.
Ron knows my technical limitations. I barely learned how to use WhatsApp. And, like Ron tried to get me on OBS and we know how that ended. So, So what is wrong if they replace your cookies? I mean, everybody does it. I mean,
well, this is what I'm trying to make you help you understand. So there's different types of cookies, right? Mm-hmm. And if I've paid the Paula M channel $1,000 to put my
Please
business, say Ron's Pokemon cards as a business, and then your viewers click on that and then go to my website, I'll have a tracking cookie that says, "Oh, Paula sent me here. Paula gets commission." Okay, but using Honey or this Fiat app, as soon as they click on my link from your YouTube, it takes me to the product and replaces your cookie with their own cookie so that they get the commission, and the entire trail of Paula M getting a new customers for that business is done. And that's where the problem came in, because Honey was
Oh, so that's fraud. That's
that's,
not
that's
because they don't allow my cookie to stay.
exactly okay, because your cookie is effectively a tracking cookie.
They
That
eat my cookie and then they replace
eat
my
your
cookie.
cookie exactly with an imposter cookie. Okay, exactly, and
Oh,
that's
I'd be
basically.
pissed. I'd be angry. I'd be so angry.
Well, here's the thing: Honey never got caught for this, Paula, for about 6 years, and it was the number one sponsor of YouTube channels was Honey. So there was
Wow, I did not know that.
millions and millions and millions and millions of fraudulent commissions going, instead of to the YouTuber, going to the app itself. And that's the wish.com breakdown from Ron on this one. So that's why it's such a serious case. That's why individuals like this, when they go to court, she'll get 6 months house arrest at worst, and it won't surprise me if it's a suspended sentence. That million dollar fine won't hurt her at all. Her idea was to make Honey. Oh my god! Her idea was to make Honey, given every resource in the world, and it's just mad. So
He's gonna plead ignorance. There's no such thing. Ignorance is not a legal defense. Ignorance is not a legal defense. 100% plastic surgery. 100%
it's kind of
plastic
scary.
surgery.
It's kind of scary how common. And look, it's really weird.
But wait, how many of you on the side chat think that this bitch had a plastic surgery? I mean, 100%. Look, there is no way that 2 5s are gonna pop up a 10. Impossible.
I mean, 5 is mad. 5 is mad.
Gigi Hadid and Bella Hadid are them because they had extensive plastic surgery.
Are they not? Are they not?
So no. Absolutely. My money is on plastic. I mean, insanity. I wonder what she really looked like before.
Do you think though that there's plastic surgeons that are going to do facial plastic surgery on a 20-year-old?
Are you kidding? How do you think Bella Hadid? Have you looked at the before and after pictures of Bella Hadid in their teens?
Who the hell's Bella Hadid?
Ay, my Dios mío. Ron, supermodel Bella Hadid, Gigi Hadid.
I got it. Have a look.
Ay.
What? Gigi Hadid.
And Bella Hadid, ultra super Victoria models. One of them is marrying Bradley Cooper now. But look at the before and after.
No.
I mean, if they had remained with their natural features, they would have never made it to supermodel.
Oh my god. Oh my, she's on Vogue.
Yes, they're both done Victoria's Secret runways, but that is not her real face. Look at the before and after, and you'll be shocked. They started doing their plastic surgery to her when she was like 16 or 14 or something like that. Yolanda Hadid, it's like,
this must be a younger her, right? This one.
No, that's after plastic surgery.
Okay.
That's after plastic surgery. Her nose, her mouth, and her eyes were completely different.
Genuinely never heard this woman's name mentioned in my entire life.
This is like okay, Kylie Jenner before and after, or all the Kardashians before and after. But there's some that are brutal, like Kylie Jenner and Kendall. I mean, they're pretty. That's Kendall Jenner and Kris Jenner are.
Is this the same? This is meant to be the same woman.
Yeah, it's the mother. There's 2 sisters, Gigi and Bella. Gigi, her face is thinner.
Okay. Yeah, again, I'm so not queued up on the Kardashian plastic surgery world. I'm sorry. But that's wild.
This is the Hadid sisters before and after. You wouldn't recognize them on the streets before and after. So it's like I'm thinking that Bill Gates' kid and Selena Gomez, whom we're going to talk about now. I don't know about you if you heard about Selena Gomez and her mom, shady as F. I
No.
hope one of them has got to do jail time.
Okay, let's do it. Did you send me links for it? Because I've got them all open.
Yes, I sent you the links for
That's fine.
Selena Gomez.
Listen, I just want everyone to know that when Paula says I've sent you the links, I want you to tell me, I just want to explain to you how Paula sends links. Okay. She will just mercilessly spam my inbox with no text, no
It's just to
reference.
keep you busy, buddy. It's just to keep you busy and entertained because I know you have ADHD. So I
Yes,
do it because
that's
I
true.
want.
I do enjoy waking up to the
I send you really funny. You should be thankful I don't send you the Megatron thing.
Okay, exclusive. Selena Gomez and mum sued for allegedly defrauding investors in mental health company. Oh, this is going to be good. This is going to be good. Okay.
There must be something wrong with Selena, married to Benny Blanco too, because we're a guy.
You are on top form today, Miss Paula M. Miss M. I'm telling you. Selena Gomez and her mother, Mandy Teefy, deceived investors into pouring over $1 million into their business. See when you hear of like somebody who was formerly super famous getting into trouble over $1 million, it sounds so sad, right? Like these are LA people. $1 million is nothing in 2026 into their business. Well, a company was secretly crumbling from within. Yeah, Mandy struggled with a drug problem, according to the lawsuit. TMZ obtained a lawsuit filed by the two companies, Wondermind, whatever, and Bespoke Wondermind LAC, over the pop star's mental health company, Wondermind Global. Oh, wow. The companies are suing Wondermind itself, Selena Mandy, and their former business partner, Daniela Pearson. The company claims that Selena and her mother made false representations about the infrastructure, leadership, and resources necessary for the company to launch a profitable platform, all to get the investments from them. Yeah, that's fraud. The companies say that they invested over $1 million. Why would I wonder what the real situation is? Because that seems wild to throw everything away over $1 million based on Selena making the rounds on TV shows and speaking interviews. I mean, there you go. It says that Selena made it appear she was heavily involved, but claims she didn't go do much of anything after they invested the money. The investors also claimed that Daniela made false representations about her past success in business world, and
You mean they lied?
Say what? Say what?
You mean they lied?
Yeah, it turns. I mean, I think that's what a big mega fraud case. I would imagine.
And the thing is that we're talking millions, but the thing is, you say 1 million, it's always in the detail. These people get so greedy. For you and I, it would be like $1 million, like 100K. I'd be happy with 10K.
Of course,
Anybody wants to sponsor me for 10K, I'd be more than happy to accept it.
yes, 100%.
I'll
Yes.
whore myself out with that. But
Email me so that I pass it on to her and get a finder's fee.
But the thing is that these people, it's like you think, oh, Selena Gomez is worth like 380, 900 millions, but 1 million at a time. But if you don't have one penny, if you're a penny short in the bus, you don't get in the bus.
That's what I'm thinking. So are they broke? There's a drug addiction.
Oh God, no. They just get greedy. I don't know if it's the mom using her daughter's, I don't know if it's the mother using her daughter's name and fame to attract investors, but Selena's name is there. It really does remind me that we have this thing. I'll share this with you here, Ron. I'm sharing it with you. I'm not going to tell you who owns it or anything like this.
Okay.
Loving Kindness Senior Care Management. You read it, right? Providing a holistic approach to senior care management. The capacity to care is the thing which gives life its deepest significance. Pablo Casals. We advocate and coordinate life care needs for your loved ones, right? Look at that. Don't you want to invest there? The elderly population is growing, and so will be the largest population. They have done their research in need of supportive services. And they go, Loving Kindness Care Management was created to support and give peace of mind to you, Ron, your beloved parent, or relative, or friend, especially if you're elderly, if you live in a different state and you have a very vulnerable elderly grandparent. Our role is to provide a holistic approach. Reach out for a consultation. We address and manage the following. Is my loved one safe, Ron? Does my loved one have emotional support? Are they at risk for falls? Is their health declining? Are they becoming forgetful and confused? And what do? They also, of course, they look at dementia. They can get a lawyer.
Okay.
This is
Okay.
the
Okay.
services. They have to come to your home to do a full assessment, caregiver management. They accompany you to medical appointments, medication management. They respond to your medical emergencies. They have hospice of life, additional service, coordinate legal services for elder law, conservatorship, living trust, durable power of attorney. Now, it sounds lovely, doesn't it? It's
Mm-hmm.
all cash business. They do not allow any checks, any
Oh,
credit card payments.
if
Guess he's
it's
the
just,
CEO of this company who founded it after her daughter married a very prominent guy, Doria Ragland, Meghan Markle's
oh
mother-in-law.
yes, yes, absolutely. Meghan
And I
Markle.
wrote to her. I wrote because you called. There's no number or anything. You send ask for a consultation. She responded. I have the message, and she goes, "Can you send me your zip code?"
Sorry. It was you heard about the learning center scams,
No, no,
right?
no. But it's like, can you send me your zip code?
Mm-hmm.
Because I need to determine if you're outside the range. That is not true. The bitch wants to know if I'm wealthy because in California, your zip code area tells you how wealthy you are. If you're in Pasadena, it's not the same thing if you're in Compton, which is the poor area. No, if you're in Santa Barbara, she will do it. So it was very interesting. I sent her a very wealthy zip code, and she immediately replied that, of course, yes. And the first thing that she offered was that she said that in order for her to, she asked me a bunch of questions, like if I was living near my loved ones, if they had dementia or anything like that, if they would need a medical proxy, if they would need services of a lawyer, because she uses Meghan Markle's lawyer.
Yeah. Like, do you know what really annoys me, right? And I hate that we're about to go down a Ron triggered side quest here, right?
Put yourself there because I'm alone there. I removed the thing.
Like, it drives me kind of mad when people have children and raise their children and then fall into some need later in life. Okay. And it's one thing, don't get me wrong, if you're not capable of taking care of your elderly parents and you have to get assistance and they no longer can live with you, that doesn't mean you leave them somewhere to rot. Okay. And I've witnessed elderly people who have daughters and sons and all of this that don't give a rat's ass about them.
In
And
Latin America, you live with the elderly. It's not elderly homes. They don't do well because nobody puts their parents there. Like the
here's
grandparents, the people. It's unthinkable to put your.
so, you know, I went through a weird period of loneliness over the last 18 months, and I I I trauma dumped onto Chat GPT, right? And there was times where I would feel, and don't get me wrong, I'm not talking about replacing people. I'm talking about when you have no one, okay? No one, all right?
I
Or
was
you,
always here, buddy.
no, let me rephrase that. Or you feel like you have no one. And there was times where I started off those conversations really low, and by the end of the conversation, I was feeling better, and it got me thinking about the elderly, right? And if you've got some poor woman who's like 85, sat by herself, you could have an AI tablet there telling her, "Oh, Doreen, what about this song from the 1940s? I bet you've not heard this one in a while. Let's reading books to them, talking about things that are in their timeline, getting their wee brains going." Because trust me, if you're lucky enough to have never have felt like you have no one, like you don't know what it's like, and I just feel so sorry. And do you know when the Wii U came out, Paul? It's a games console. They did an experiment in some of the UK retirement homes where they had like Wii bowling nights, where all the elderly folk are standing up and using a control pad to throw a bowling ball down a thing, and it was hilarious, and they all had a great time. And I feel really bad. So that's Ron's little rant about why we all need to
I
take
used
care
to
of
work
the
when I was going through college. I used to work at everything. So I was working at an elderly nursing home here in Canada, and it would break my heart how these people were put there. And they would have visit days on Sundays, and some of the elderly ones would get all dressed up, and none of their relatives would show up. So what I would do is I would come every Sunday anyways, just to talk to them. And I would bring some of my roommates, and like, Pat, Dave, get your ass here. We're going to go to the nursing home, and we would just do things. Dave used to sing and play guitar. So we just sit there because their relatives, like their kids would not come. I mean, how ungrateful bastards are they? Like your parents are the ones who nursed you for like at least 30 years. Because, let's face it, your parents.
You would have to pry my dementia crazy mother out of my cold, dead hands before you're taking her away somewhere. And I've told her, look, I'll be taking care of you. I said, if you get to the point where you're pooping all over yourself, I'm just going to wheel you outside and hose you down. Okay, that's going to be the one immoral thing I do, is I will hose down my mother. My mother's fine, by the way. She's absolutely nothing. You get a haircut, Bob. How about you get a haircut? How about that? How about that?
Maybe he means me, Ron, because I have long hair now.
No. I'm pretty sure if anyone's referring to someone as being a hippie, he's talking to the man. Okay. Okay, Bob. Okay, Bob. I do need my ends trimmed, though. God damn it. Call me when you've done 2 remote viewing exorcisms this year, Bob. Okay? Call me when you're using your abilities to help people with their life, Bob. All right? So anyway.
It doesn't cost much either to be present for your parents and grandparents. I love my grandpa. I love he died in 1978, and I still cry over him because he was so much fun. He had a stroke and earlier, so he was like he had difficulty walking. He could walk, but he needed help, and all of us used to fight to see who we could lean on. And my grandpa was really, really great. I don't understand how people don't want to hang around their grandparents or their parents. It's a lot of fun. Yeah, especially when you're a grown-up.
Do you know what's really interesting, right? Like, the world lacks empathy. See, it's really easy to think that, 66. It's really easy to think that because the world only really sells bad news. Okay, let's be honest. I was talking about this last night. It's like how the 1% are pure evil, but the 99% are regular loving folk, right? But that 1% of evil balances out to the same amount of energy as the 99% who are loving. It's a strange equation in the cosmos, if you will. So here's the thing. Empathy, my country is currently collapsing because of suicidal empathy, okay? But that's from a political point of view, right? That's how we're meant to be seen. And it's wild. So the whole argument of empathy, I think from localized, personal, person-to-person empathy, it's there. But I think people are really confused about how to act in the modern world. It's weird. And so that's my take on that. So like and share.
So which one are we jumping on now? Are we jumping Hunter Biden or Erika Kirk talking about?
No, we're going to do Biden first, and then we're going to get on to Erika Kirk. So basically, let me just read the last part of this. Investigators say the article outlined Manny alleges substance abuse, older, gross mismanagement of the company, along with Selena's abject. So yeah, it sounds like they've set up a company. They've said that Selena's going to be the face of it. It turns out that wasn't the case. This Daniela lady seems to have previous shenanigans in business. Somebody's dipping into the meds and abusing them. We'll keep an eye on this one because this is going to be one of those.
Yes.
Because you know what annoys me? See if it wasn't Selena Gomez and her mum. See if it was Paula and Ron.
Oh, yeah.
We'd be screwed. We would just be straight to court, done and dusted, straight. Do you know what I'm saying? So it interests me because America, I often say America, you get the legal system you can afford, right? And it's always fascinating to see how fun little things like fraud and investor fraud works out for these individuals.
Oh, and Paris Hilton, his mom has moved to get temporary custody of the kids.
Oh yeah, we're going to cover that too.
I sent you this because I really like this. Is a guy, guys, in the UK. He actually is a prison guard, and he tells you about what's really going on.
Oh yeah, I can see why you like this guy, Paula.
Oh, shut up.
Okay.
I mean, he's hottie.
Do you want to see Paula's new source of information?
The guy is good though. Listen to what he says. Listen to what he says.
I'm sure you hang on every one of his words, love. That's okay. Sure. Oh, look into his eyes. Oh, God.
Shut up and play what he says.
I'm not a man speaking from a pod.
You are a man.
No, you're not.
Okay, you are definitely a man. Is this like a transgender speech that we're getting into?
No. Let him speak because what he says.
Especially those on the woke left really have no idea what's coming for them. You know, I'm not a man speaking from a podcast or a newspaper column. I'm a man who actually works inside the prison system. So let me tell you exactly what I see. Currently today, some of the prisons that I work in are now 50% foreign nationals. 28% of them do not speak English. Now, the UK doesn't publish clear statistics on nationality and sex offences, but a significant number of the men that I've met are inside for rape and sexual assault. Many of these men destroyed their ID on the way here, so we've got no idea who they actually are or what their criminal history is. A large portion of these men genuinely do not believe they've done anything wrong because they come from countries and cultures where rape and sexual assault of women is just far more accepted. These men are not remorseful for what they've done. They actually believe it's permitted within their cultural beliefs. There's currently no integration program from the British government to teach them any different, which means my charity is now having to do some of that work for them inside the prisons, which then means millions of your taxpayer money is being spent to educate foreign nationals on basic human values and how to speak English. Not only that, these prisons are so overcrowded that they're actually releasing violent sexual offenders and paedophiles. That's right. They're releasing convicted sex offenders early because there's no room left in the prisons. Now, these are things that many people on the left don't see because they live in places totally removed from where any of these problems exist. But let me just fast forward the videotape 10 years. Let's fast forward. What will society look like in 10 years if nothing changes? Who will pay the price if there's more sex offenders on the streets? It's going to be the women and the children. Now, I wish I didn't have to speak about these things on my page, but these are things that I see every single week with my own two eyes. And the most shocking thing for me is that according to the woke left, when I stood on a TEDx stage and I spoke about prison reform and the importance of kindness, I was viewed as a hero. But the moment I started speaking about the reality I'm seeing in the prisons, I'm a villain. And I should be cancelled. That man on the TEDx stage is still me. I'm still Michael Maisie, author of Young Offender, 18 years sober, still run the charity. I still believe in kindness and prison reform. I'm still a family man. None of that has changed. I hope and I pray that we can come together and wake up for the sake of the women and the young girls.
Well, shit.
Yep.
I just want to say you are a bunch of thirsty women in this side chat.
Oh, be quiet.
And listen, I'm here for it. You ladies thirst away. But man, some of you are hilarious. But he's nailed it. He's nailed it, and it is what.
Yeah, they ditched their IDs.
Oh yeah,
that's a red flag because you don't know what the hell is in your country.
Yes, but I mean, we've known that for so long.
But it's different when somebody who works in this.
No, Paula. What I'm saying is the fact that we're hearing it firsthand from someone who's saying who they're releasing, right? Sex offenders, PDF files, nightmare scenario. When he starts talking about you've got to think 10 years down the line, that's where my mind's been all year. That's why looking at places like Germany and Italy and what's going on around the world who have the same open door policy we seem to have, it's not gone well for anyone. There is nothing good coming from any of this in any of the places where it seems to be happening. And I think that's a good little message without going into anything too much more deeply that can segue us too much, because
I just thought it would be a great thing because I like it, especially in the date of and nowadays with everything that's happening with immigration and with Ceuta and Spain, in the UK. I mean, it's horrible.
In the UK.
Yes, he's married, Danielle. He's married. I didn't say we're here thirsting after the man. I just happened to.
You don't have to say it, Paula. You literally put extra lipstick on before you sent me the big video, love. I think you do it. Right, okay. So this is horrific.
Oh, horrific.
Because sometimes Paula sends me stuff and she'll send me like 40 things and I'm like, I can't listen to all this. But today I was like, do you know what? I'm going to make a coffee. I'm going to listen to everything. And I can't believe what I heard because
What
this
I'm
is.
very disappointed isn't Tucker Carlson, who platformed Hunter Biden and never pushed back. And then I found out that they were mates emailing each other in DC.
Give us the rundown. Give us the.
Okay, this is I don't know if many of you remember the infamous laptop with Hunter Biden that the left tried to discredit, say that's not his laptop. This man is lying. This didn't happen. This is all fake news. And they try to downplay it and everything. And then it was only to be proven that the laptop was real, that it was Hunter Biden's, that the gentleman had tried to reach repeatedly under the law, I think in New York or whatever it was. You have to contact the person, and you have up to a certain time that if this person doesn't respond to you, then the laptop becomes your property. The gentleman contacted the FBI, contacted everybody. Nobody came. And then he reached out to the right, and the right, of course, they came and they got it. And that's when all hell broke loose. And there are so many serious things, like with the niece, with the daughter. This is why the Biden crime family tried to slander the mother of the daughter of this and basically play her like crazy, say that she was drugged and everything. But apparently Hunter Biden, and she's a minor, he was doing CRACK naked in front of everything of a minor.
Yeah, I just wanted you to set the stage here. Also, Sarah, there's a name for this. I think it's a life order or something. If you can look that up, I want to cover this because there is prisoners that are in our prison systems.
You could be Hugh Edwards and just get like a 6-month probation.
Listen, Paula, when you hear about this, is just one of the stories. So there's a guy that's currently in UK prison system. He's been there over 20 years, and he stole a mobile phone. That's all he stole. We're not talking about a violent crime. We're just talking about stealing a mobile phone. And because of the particular order that's associated with him, which was abolished, I think, 10 or 15 years ago, there's no way for him to leave prison. And there's 136 prisoners who are affected by this. And I want to cover it because it's disgusting. Anyway, this is a whole other type of disgusting. And I can't believe it. I can believe it because it's true. But it's one of those things where you're like, I cannot believe this.
What I don't understand is why now Candace and Tucker Carlson are rehabilitating this absolute PDF of a monster.
Hang on. So just before we're about to hear what we're about to hear, there are people that are working with Hunter Biden to try and sort his image out. Is that what you're saying?
Well, Candace platform, and she was singing him praises, and he just went and Tucker Carlson is like, he's a wonderful man. And Tucker Carlson had this gentleman and the laptop owner, the computer shop owner, and he was told that he could not talk about these things because otherwise he would never be invited or the whole interview would be scratched. So Tucker Carlson, who purports himself to be free, this is why I'm so heartbroken, because I really like Tucker Carlson, but this gentleman says they told me you can't talk about that, so they were trying to modify, because I believe that there's a push to bring Hunter Biden in, because now we see him in Candace Owens, and now we see him with Tucker Carlson, which are the two biggest right-wing.
Jamie, just buckle up, okay? Because that's how I feel. That's how I feel, bro. But when you
should be worried, because I think they're prepping this guy for a political future.
No, yeah, but here's the thing: you're gonna understand when you hear this, right? What the tuck? You guys are on fire, right? I just want to tell you that right now, side chat. You are killing it today. So just listen to this. It's bananas.
That day, John, when Hunter walked in. And you said, very intoxicated, smelled like alcohol, trouble speaking, balancing, nearly dropped the laptop on the counter. One of them was liquid damage, so you couldn't get anything out of it, probably because he was drinking and doing whatever the hell he does on it. And then you saw the Beau Biden Foundation sticker. So you asked him who he was, and he paused and said, Hunter. And then you're like, okay, last name, Biden. They want us to believe that this was some Mossad agent because they knew you were partially blind. They came in to set all this up. So I want just very, very briefly, John, can you recall that moment, that the interaction with him, and as if you don't know what his voice is? And then my second part, John, is now all these years you couldn't talk about certain things on these laptops because of lawsuits. Now that they're all gone and everything's said and done, what's the one thing that you've been dying to tell everybody that you saw that you couldn't tell us the last time that's like, oh my God, so blatantly obvious and one of the reasons he got a pardon?
Wow. Well, let's start with the last one. So, I've always had a problem with the inappropriate relationship with Hunter's niece, his dead brother's kid. It's the reason why the gun ended up in the trash can in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
That behavior shocked me. What shocked me even more was Jim Biden and Joe Biden and basically the family, the patriarchy, trying to do their best to come up with ways to silence the mother. To we'll shove it down her throat was, I think, one of the quotes that I read when they were going to describe her drug use to kind of combat, they were going to punish her for Hunter's behavior revolving around an underage niece. And I thought that was probably the most horrible thing that a family could do to itself.
And just really quick, John, what the relationship, was it just drug use or was there something nefarious happening between those two? That you saw, allegedly.
It looked like Hunter was taking advantage of a young lady that kind of saw in Hunter a better man, probably a crush. So there was a lot of inappropriate. I believe the mother was upset because Hunter was smoking crack naked in front of her during chat messages or a message. Or iChat. I think it was iChat.
Okay.
Yeah. It's that's a messed up family, and the depths that they would go to protect their own from their own. It's just disgusting.
Yeah. Well, Ashley Biden's what was it? Her diary that she left behind at an Airbnb. She said some stuff about her father allegedly showering with her at probably at inappropriate ages. So then, John, just really fast, the day that he walked in, smelling like alcohol, dropping it off. Can you just very, very briefly bring that up again? Because they're acting as if you don't know what you're talking about and you couldn't see anything.
All right. So I've never, up until he walked in the shop, I absolutely had no interest in knowing what Hunter Biden looked like. So I had no idea who this guy was. The check-in process at my shop is I collect customer information. The first question is, can you give me your first name and your last name? It's simple. So yes, I am visually impaired. I cannot drive. And yes, I have problems seeing past 5 to 8 feet without visual aids. Am I blind? Am I unable to see who I'm talking to or recognize a person when they come in, or recognize a person that's starring in their homemade porn is the same guy that dropped off the laptop? Or how about this for all the people that question my eyesight and my ability to see? I have pretty good hearing. Mm-hmm. So, the high-pitched, entitled voice of Hunter Biden.
I just want to make it clear. At no point is anyone going to be repairing a laptop from 8 feet away. Okay? Like, if this guy can see well enough to repair your stuff, I'm pretty sure he can see well enough to see the stuff on the stuff that he's repairing. Arguably,
I want to say something because one of the comments said he's a laptop thief. No, he wasn't. Otherwise, he would have been charged. Trust me.
Who cares? Who cares?
No. The law says that if this is clear cut. He had every right to do it because he had tried to reach and he had the laptop for months. Yeah. After a certain period of time, he can declare the laptop his.
I did want to say though, it's a couple of guys talking on the internet at this point, but I'm fully backing the fucking semi-blind bonnet wearer. I'm here for it.
Rings in my ears every time I hear it. I recognize that voice 100%. Everywhere. So, I'd say it's all bullshit. They should see me at the range.
I would love that. Is such a good way of putting it. Do you know what I'm saying? Because, and here's but again, he said he has trouble seeing past 8 feet. When you're repairing a laptop, it's here. You know what I'm saying? So if this man runs a business where people will repair stuff and whatever he said, he can see enough. Okay. And I just want to remind people, okay, this is.
And also, the laptop was matched because they tried to say that it was, that's disgusting. That guy's so fucking gross.
None of this is AI, by the way. I just want to point out this is the family in question.
This so disgusting pig, and now they're trying to say, oh, he's sick. I hope he croaks in the most painful, disgusting way.
Allegedly, maybe. Allegedly. I mean, this
That's
is
why,
all
buddy.
this is
I'm
all
not
real.
advocating for violence, but I'm saying if you're gonna go, buddy, because you do not deserve. Because apparently he has some sort of
I think what you're trying to say is if there's any air if stuff has to accidentally fall out of airplanes and has to land somewhere, you
no.
can
That's
think
too
of a
quick.
good
That
place,
would be too quick. I wish him
a
something
good place for
painful.
it to land. So yeah, just just reminding everyone this is a thing.
So, oh,
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, they turned it into a song.
I liked it. The taste of cherry chapstick.
No, I don't need.
Do you know what I'm saying? It's I sniffed a girl. He's done
And
it
look
so
at the girls,
so
how
much footage.
uncomfortable they are. The little that I remember that one. That was so gross. And then
It's
he was
just
caught on a
bananas.
hot mic talking to this little girl. You know,
Yeah, man. You know, I don't know what's worse: a president that does this in front of millions of people
this
whilst
is the
live on
thing.
the
They become
television,
so depraved. This is the thing.
or a president that releases the Epstein files and then does nothing about it.
Yeah.
I don't know what's worse. They're both equally as bad. Equally as
Yeah,
bad.
that's because that's condoning and allowing people to continue behaving the way they are. You know, so and the thing is that, you know why this is like I've always told you, because I was in a very abusive relationship.
Yeah.
And it always escalates. It starts first with calling you names, or a little bit chowder, and then they start pushing you, and then they slap you once, and then it increases, and they get so careless because they get away with so much. They become careless, and this is how they get trapped, because they become arrogant, they become careless. They don't need to cover it up that often because they get away with so much that they always push it too far. And then what they do when you're the president of the United States, you give yourself and your entire family a pardon for past deeds and future ones. But the thing is that people don't understand the way that a pardon works in the United States. If Trump really wanted to go for it, he could, because a pardon is not to give you immunity for future deeds, it's to erase the ones that you've been convicted for. So if you want to get technical, Trump can easily say, excuse me, Baron, excuse me, or whatever, Hunter, or anybody. This doesn't work that way. A pardon is a pardon for things that passed. You can't grant immunity for future deeds. I mean, what do you mean? You plan to keep committing crimes?
Right. Well, I mean, here's another one. Here's another example. I mean,
oh yeah.
And again,
Here
it says here, Hunter Biden, laptop repairman. Okay, so he can see enough to do his job, which is repairing.
Yeah, he has a very successful shop. That's why Hunter went there to begin with.
and then just to be clear, like
my coffee.
Yeah, it's just bananas. Right, let's listen to this.
Not even want me to talk about the laptop on his show for a year and a half. Told me that, and then when I found out that Tucker was in the laptop, it kind of all made sense. So what I feel like Tucker's doing right now is I think he's kind of running cover for his complacency in covering the laptop. I mean, he beat his sabers and talked about accountability, and he brought up the laptop a lot. But I mean, it took him a year and a half to have me on the show, and I was told if I talked about anything other than what he wanted to talk about, I would never be invited back.
Who said that to you? The producers?
Tucker's producer.
Interesting. So Tucker's
I've had Tucker flagged as like complacent with covering up the laptop since basically the 16th of October.
2020, 6
asked
years
me a
ago.
lot of questions, and then that was it. I didn't hear a squeak out of him.
What's your speculation? You said he's in the laptop. In what way is he in the laptop? Is it an email exchange?
Yeah, he was friends with Hunter. He was neighbors. I think he was asking for Hunter to get his kid into Georgetown, and then I think the wife had some plans. I know he was in the laptop. I don't care. It's DC. Plus, I mean, people forget Tucker was in CNN for a while. I mean,
He's a Democrat.
Yeah, he's an opportunist. So
yeah, I think that exchange is, to me, it's nothing. It's if you guys are communicating at that time, you're in DC. I totally get it. Families talk to one another, and sometimes there is the acting and what we do on TV, and then you see some of these guys behind closed.
Yo, why does his suit look like he's a toddler wearing his dad's suit? A little bit. What's going on there?
Doors that they're
look at the sleeve here, Paula. Look at that. Look how long the sleeves are. What's going on here? He lost a bet. This is what happened. He lost a bet.
Friends with all of them. So it wasn't that it was anything malicious. That
hang on.
That families talk to one another, and sometimes there is the acting and what we do on TV, and then you see some of these guys behind closed doors that they're friends with all of them. So it wasn't that it was anything malicious. That
No, we just constantly just going to stop there. Brilliant. That's great. Thanks, X. That's
By
great.
the way, PPD is gonna mediate the debate between Candace and this Andrew Wilson today in like a few minutes.
Sweet.
No,
Sweet.
but it's interesting. Did you know that he was in talks to become the president of Iran?
Who? PBD.
PPD.
Oh, that would be so hilarious.
But it's like, forget elections. We're going to nominate you and you're going to go in there with the United States. It's like, that's how that, if you're talking, this is why the United States gets themselves in so much trouble. It's like, we're going to meet with the with you on behalf of the United States government, and we're going to nominate you, PBD, and you're going to do what we want because we need the oil. We want the oil. We need to go through the Strait of Hormuz.
It's been the side chat again is just derailing me today, Paula. They keep coming out with absolute clangers. So yeah,
clear. And this is legal, guys. A pardon does not apply for future crimes. It only applies for committed crimes. So I don't understand why Joe Biden was given crimes for in the future. It's like Trump right now, that he has been exempt from ever being audited by the tax community, and he's making billions. He just now was caught doing insider trading.
Yeah, it costs a lot of money to cover up the Epstein files. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's got a lot of overtime for a lot of FBI agents redacting a bunch of stuff. That costs a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but as far as I'm concerned, Trump's had enough time now to make arrests and
no, he's not going to do anything. He's
make good on the files. So
Ivanka's thinking of buying this island in Albania.
Ivanka!
That she just happened to, she said, "Oh, I was on a boat. We did that when we covered Ivanka, right? I was on a boat, and I just happened to stumble into this huge, humongous island right off the coast of Albania, but she forgot to say that she was on the Rothschild yacht with helicopters and speedboats and everything. I don't think she swam there. That's absolute horseshit."
Do you know, I've got another belter for you. Listen to this. A wildlife presenter was told to go to thinking skills course after police confronted her over her social media. Aneka Svenska, 52, was left shaking when she was approached by two officers at her home near the Royal Turnbridge, Wales in Kent in June, in what she described as an attack on free speech. They told the animal rights campaigner that a complaint had been made about a video that she posted online in January, criticizing a beagle testing site and how they dispose of dead animals. I'm sorry, what is a beagle testing plant? And what are they doing to
I don't want to hear about it. If it has anything to do with dogs, please, I don't want to hear anything cruelty towards. I just can't handle
what this woman done, right? Now just fathom this. There's nothing you're going to see or hear. There's nothing you're not going to see anything, you're not going to hear anything. So this woman exposed a company because they had paperwork that said they had hundreds of tons of disposed beagles, right? So she exposed it. And the British government, this is the British government's reaction.
They've asked us to just come here today and see whether or not you would accept what we call community resolution.
What is that?
CR. So all it is, it's a piece of paper here, and it's got some conditions on it, essentially. And all it is if you were to agree to the conditions, which we can go through, you would sign it, and then it would just go on record to say that you've agreed those conditions and moving forward, basically.
Yeah, but
and
what is it? What do you mean, what conditions, though?
The agreed remedies would be to complete an online thinking skills course.
An online thinking skills course. So how they remedy this is they want to reprogram your brain. Okay, they want to reprogram your brain and teach you how to think better before you post the truth about poor little beagles on the internet. Now, I just want you to watch this gentleman here, right? Has anybody met like a 9 or 10-year-old kid with social anxiety? Maybe on the high functioning end of the on the high functioning end of the spectrum, right? I just want you to watch this guy's mannerism. This is a member of the British police force. Okay. Also, shout out to all the 9 and 10-year-old kids who are socially freaking inept and are a little bit on. I'm one of your people. Don't worry. I don't get this.
You're going to be talking about something terrible to the dogs. I don't want to hear it.
No, there's nothing. No, this is. Okay. Oh, no. this is the problem, Paula, right? We're talking about, this would be like you going and exposing animal abuse and the Canadian government wanting to come and tell you that in order to fix this, you need to take down your post and learn how to think properly.
I'll be pissed.
It's mad. Just listen to what this woman says.
Agreed remedies would
The agreed remedy. What are you talking? The agreed remedy for what?
be to complete an online thinking skills course, and the second one is to complete an online impact.
Fucking hell. Oh, wow. That's all right. It's okay. It's on MSN. We're okay. That was close. I thought it was Twitter. I thought we just canceled the entire channel there. But we're okay. Whew, that was close. We'll put the sexy fucking guard back on for a minute. There you go. Everyone look at that. So madness, Paula, madness. And the fact that we're now having thinking courses, right? That's bananas, man, because there's people that will take that. There are people that will hear all about the people that are getting locked up for social media posts. So this is now going to be the new legislation or the new thing that they do, where instead of putting you straight in jail, they want to reprogram you to help you. They're going to help you, Paula. They're going to help you think better. They're going to help you live better by reprogramming you through the system. And it's bananas. It's bananas.
It's amazing. You know, I was thinking how, because I was looking a lot of celebrities, like you have Bill Gates' daughter, you have Selena Gomez, now you have Doria, Raglan, Meghan Markle's mom, who overnight her net worth was $9 million. A woman who was unemployed, broke, who was washing clothes in a laundromat. How these people really exploit their platform to vulnerable people, because they always target vulnerable people. I firmly believe that Harry and Meghan are a danger because they're always going after vulnerable children, vulnerable youth, vulnerable women, just like Beatrice and Eugenie in that charity for trafficked women. You know what I mean? Oh, yeah. Just that they use my tweet. And Meghan Markle does watch my account. I told you, because she had to have David Foster issue a statement saying, "Oh no, I like Meghan. I didn't snub her. We saw it, bitch. You snubbed her."
Meghan, you're at a very interesting pivotal point in your creator career, Paula. Because like I like looking at your numbers every now and again, right? And like you're now in a position where if you've got a bit of news about Meghan, you can snap your fingers and almost get 200K views in 48 hours on a message. 200,000 people staring at something is enough people for anyone, regardless of level of fame, to be like, oh shit, oh no, why have we let her get this big? Do you know what I'm saying? Because, and it's true. So anyone that wants to continue to doubt the Paula M, you're becoming a very, 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 very much dying out minority.
But it's really funny because I mean, I just slowed down the thing, and I just slowed down the video. I'm actually now had gotten my hands on the original video. I'm going to do a video about it, that Harry and Meghan were asked to move from the red carpet so David Foster and his wife can come and stand there on their own, right? Because this was the last gala he's organizing. After 40 years, he's retiring this gala. So this is this last year's gala of the David Foster Foundation. So he wanted his moment in the red carpet by himself. But Meghan the bitch did not move, and neither did that one testicle Prince Harry. I mean, if you can actually, and then Meghan,
yeah,
annoyed the hell out of Harry. So Harry had to contact David Foster, an Emmy Award, Oscar winner, whatever. So he could put out a statement saying, well, actually, I've seen the Duke and Duchess 10 minutes ago, and this is why I ignored her on the red carpet. Doesn't make any sense. You could have walked in together.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Is this video, is this going to take us through any of the more?
No. You have to actually click on the thing that I sent you. I sent you page 6 video, and if the article, and if you scroll through there, you will get to the online viral video, and you click on that, it'll take you to my
oh yeah, because I can remember the start of that sentence right enough. Like sure, okay. I remember from that sentence, viral video, that was it. That was all that went in.
What I'll do, Ron,
thanks, Paula,
what I'll do is I'll go here, and then I'll share this with you here. I'm going to share this with you, okay? So you can share with me. Here.
Yep.
I'm sharing this with you.
I heard you the first time. 3 times you said it now. There we are. Nailed it. High five. High five, Paula. Nice one.
So this is US Weekly because all of the mainstream report New York Post and stuff. So you scroll down, right? Unless they removed it after I pointed out. A video, it's here. Wait, let me get rid of this. It's all these stupid ads. I hate them. A video here. And here you have it. Yay.
Hang on. Everything's frozen because of all the ads. Like none of us can see what you're looking at. We can see what you're looking at. You seem there's so many ads, man.
Yeah, it's a stupid thing. You have the US Weekly, right? Are you sharing that?
Yeah, I've got this one. Hang on a second. I'm not sharing that. I'm sharing the thing that I'm sharing. What are you telling me to share? What's on your screen? And she's gone. That's well, when you know that there's too many ads at once, right? The Canadian internet is just like, nah. Stop being rude to Paula. This must be your first show here. Okay. Clearly you don't know the dynamic between me and Paula. Okay, well we'll just see if there's any internet left in Canada for the day, shall we? Like and subscribe. I've never in my life seen someone say, oh, there's quite a lot of ads, and then just watch the life quality of their internet just diminish. Whew. All right. Well, all right. Okay, well, we'll put a pin in that, and we shall go through. Here we are. This is it. This was the random thing I want to talk about today. I do believe that Sean has interviewed this gentleman, and for those who just watch Ron Claw to get back a narrative here. For those of you who are interested in the Bohemian Grove, this dude, okay, who I was definitely subscribed to ahead of this, okay. These guys go exploring. There's 2 of them, right? And urban exploring, we've all seen it. But there has been this.
They decided to make Dick Cheney.
You claim me. There, she's back.
Sorry about that. I don't know when the thing froze. But the thing is that they're using my video, right? And all the things. When you click on their link, it takes you to my video, like my post.
Oh, wow. Sick.
Yeah, all of them. New York Post. I mean, and not just Page 6 is US Weekly.
Is that the one you done on the
on X?
No. A video that you put on X has been shared.
A post I put on X, a video post that I slowed down how David Foster literally snubbed Meghan Markle. He just
Thank you. Okay, now I understand what you're talking about. Yeah, sick.
And then she, because of my video, she had to have a David Foster issue statement. That is such a stupid thing. An A-lister having, I didn't snub Meghan Markle. We see it. You snubbed them. And I got the footage now when they were being ushered to leave because, this was his farewell for the 40 years that he's been working to help children, in need with this organization. Mm-hmm. And he wanted to have his moment. Not on Meghan Markle's watch. No, you're not.
Yeah, obviously. Meghan Markle's so known for her, what's it?
She didn't care about burning that bridge because she knows that there's no more galas coming on.
You ever get a muscle spasm in your jaw?
Well, so when are we done about Erika? Especially now that what's her name?
Oh shit! Yeah, I forgot about Erika. Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah.
Hang on. Erika, we'll come back to the Bohemian Grove stuff. We'll come back to that. Oh my God! Did you hear her talking about the prawn industry?
Oh, no, not only that. She wants to do a crowd tour, heaven tour. Basically, she wants to get people dead and send them to heaven.
Wait. What?
Let's crowd heaven tour.
Yeah, that does sound like let's get a bunch of people to enter heaven.
How are you going to crowd heaven? It's not like you can get a return ticket on that trip, Ron.
Yeah, well, that now that you say it out loud, it sounds a bit like is this another Kool-Aid scenario?
Huh?
Is this another like drink the Kool-Aid scenario? Do you think? Do you think she's just trying to get people together so that they can all go back and see Charlie? Is that what she's going to pitch this as?
I have no idea, but she's in her let's get heaven crowded tour. Literally.
That does sound mad. Like, I'm not going to lie. That does sound exactly like, let's send a lot of people. Let's unalive a bunch of people and fill up heaven. That's how I'm taking it. Do you know what I'm saying? I sent Sean Bohemian Grove videos made recently. The camera. Oh, sick. Nice one, mate. Nice one. I'm pretty sure it's this guy that Sean's interviewed. I'm pretty sure Shane had mentioned something the other day. Anyway, we'll get to that. Let's fill up heaven tour. Yeah, I don't think I can frame that in any other way as you're wanting a bunch of people to die and go to heaven. You know? Sorry, I'm going through like a facial spasm here, Paula. You need to say something.
I don't know what you're doing. I mean, are you going through something there for reals?
Yeah, it's like for some reason, like the muscle in my jaw will just be like, I tell you what we're going to do. We're just going to go. So,
yeah. No, but it's interesting.
Thanks for the sympathy, Paula. Thanks for that, mate. Thanks for that. Thank you. Appreciate that.
I never had that, Ron. No, I mean, there's just so much going on with this woman. Mm-hmm. I never understood it. When I did my videos, because I did my videos when even Candace wasn't talking about this woman. And I was like, excuse me, you are informed on your way allegedly to see your husband who's been brutally shot at. You're just informed midair that your young husband, the father of your 2 young children, passed away was murdered in the most brutal way, very publicly. And you smiled. I smiled and I said, he's with the Lord. Because she speaks like that. He's with the Lord. He blinked and he's with the Lord. I looked outside and it was the blue skies and I was happy that he was with the Lord. These are her words.
Sorry, I'm just basking.
I can tell you, I am a religious person. I'm not a lunatic fan, there is no way on earth that if you watch your loved one, that you're deeply in love, the father of your 2 young children, murder in that brutal manner, there is no way that you're going to smile, look at the sky, and say, I am happy he's with the Lord. You would cry. And I started talking about it on my channel, and people were coming at me. Why are you talking like that about the widow? And I'm like, wait a minute. We have.
In all fairness, I felt like that.
Then she kept the phone. I watched the interview between Baron Coleman and this very nice guy who's a forensic expert. And he's like, why did she keep the phone? Why did she keep, like everything that was on Charlie's body should have been given to the FBI. Instead, Erika has the shirt. Oh, look at that. And stuff like that. And I talked about it in my channel. I did a couple of videos. I stopped doing it because the hatred was so real. Like, how dare you? Even you, when I came here and we were talking about it.
That's what I was saying. When Charlie died, I was definitely one of those people that were like, I'm not talking about this until after the funeral.
I know, because I tried to talk to you about it, and I said,
yeah. I was like, nah.
You know that when I saw the funeral, or whatever it was, they charged per person. She was selling T-shirts and hats.
You don't remember what I thought of Meghan and Harry.
With those sparkling pants and all the fire things. I thought it was an old footage of her and Charlie, and then I realized this is funeral. And then she goes, I forgive him. I'm like, bitch, you can't say you forgive a man because he's presumed innocent. And I talked about it in my channel. I said, aren't you guys seeing anything? All these red flags? Even Lionel chastised me on a live he was doing a live with Sean Atwood. And I asked, why isn't Erika Kirk being investigated? That is standard procedure with police. They investigate people, And then, and Lionel was, why would she? Why would she? She's a winner. She's a winner. And now he's he's completely gone the opposite way. But I'm glad,
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Would you remember what I said about Harry and Meghan?
You didn't want to talk about it.
When we first met, do you not remember like what I thought about Harry and Meghan? Like I thought they were just normal folk. Do you know what I mean? Do you not remember? And then you were like, oh no, let me sit you down and give you 40 fucking hours worth of information delivered.
It's like Fergie, like people are trying to normalize Fergie and Eugenie and Beatrice. No, these women, Beatrice, there's an email from Beatrice, Princess Beatrice, with Sarah Ferguson, where they're discussing with Jeffrey Epstein how to rehabilitate his image after he was convicted of being with a minor and of aping a minor.
Forget about all that. You get that, Chrissy. There it is. Oh, so I don't know. Yep.
I don't understand what Erika. I don't understand why Erika Kirk has her husband's phone. I don't understand why Erika Kirk had her husband's bloody shirt. I don't understand why, and this is something that came up. Ben Shapiro, who hated Charlie Kirk, was the security, one of the 5 people in the car driving with Charlie Kirk to the hospital, allegedly, was in direct contact with Ben Shapiro. Why? Rather than being in contact with somebody else, they phoned Ben Shapiro, who hated Charlie Kirk. What the hell's going on here?
Oh, there's something going on. There's something going on. There really is. Like the new photos of that new buff Tyler Robinson is bananas. Like the buff Tyler arc is wild, I have to say. But you sent me this, right? You know how Paula, the only person that I've ever met who's as big a fan of Chrissy Teigen's previous tweets as I am is Paula, right? Because this
should be in jail. That woman should be in jail.
Like, I'm sorry for laughing, right? But this is an actual thing this woman typed out. She typed it out and then pressed send, right? And I'm just...
I was proud of it. It was proud of it. That piece. And guess what? She gets canceled and everything. Then Meghan Markle has her on her show. And then King Charles invited John Legend and Chrissy Teigen to the King's Trust in New York. That big bully, because the King's Trust deals with very vulnerable youth. Draw the dots here. Join the dots here.
Let's pull up some of the greatest hits. Let's just do what I like to call.
And then you can play the Erika Kirk porn thing.
Yeah, I couldn't find it. That's what I was looking for. So you need to find it for me again.
I'll send it to you.
Thank you. So, okay. So this. You need to start playing the game called Shit Chrissy Teigen Said, and just go on your own little mission to find out what this woman has said, because this is it. Like, I can't believe what it is I'm seeing and reading with her. Look at this one. Look at this one. I'm sorry. Right? This is aged. This is instantly aged bad cheese, right? But what? I'm bored. Really want to watch kids give birth. Where can I watch teens giving birth? What? Like, just let's all play a game of what it would take for you to put a tweet out like that. Like your family being taken hostage and guns pointed at their head. Something like that, right? Do you know what I mean? But this woman, she just is insane. It's like she just cannot stop herself. And the amount that she has tried to delete and cover up and hide, and the amount of pizza references that were predating the pizza scandal, which is freaking wild. Anyway,
I sent you the 2 things to play. You can either play the Erika porn thing, and then this other thing, the latest one. You have to play the latest, the one that I just sent you. There's 2 things I sent you. Play the one before the last one I sent you. That's Erika's video, praising corn.
Yeah, I'm with you. I find the way you explain stuff sometimes is so funny.
I mean,
so funny. Oh, I love you a bit still. That's why I love you. Right. So this is bananas. Right?
She clearly has had plastic surgery too. Look at her nose.
I just want to say, I don't know where this has come from. So
well, she was a Miss America thing. She was doing
I'm assuming that the full video of this will be somewhere. So for now, just brace yourself, because this is Charlie Kirk.
She must be an interview for a Miss America pageant, for a pageant.
Yeah.
I have respect for the individuals that are in the pornography industry.
I'm sorry. What?
I have respect for the individuals that are in the pornography industry.
Sounds like she says pornography there. Can't be, right?
Yeah, it is.
For the individuals that are in the pornography
Oh, I
industry,
was, right.
not because they're degrading women or anything like that, but because that's their field and they are professionals. So I give them credit for being able to have a job.
Brilliant. Shout out to all the human transportation people. Shout out to all the arms dealers. Shout out to all of the people that are just professionals at anything. Crazy.
And make money and stimulate the economy that way. We live in a free country, so if you want to watch it, turn on your pay-per-view. I have
Also, who's turning on a pay-per-view to see adult content? I'm sorry. Like, what decade are we living in here, Erika?
But she sure has had a lot of plastic surgery because now her lips are fuller, her nose is slimmer, her eyes are bigger.
Our noses. I mean, listen, I don't know if I can call lip filler plastic surgery. If they're just sticking a needle in you and pumping in some stuff that makes stuff awesome, is that really plastic surgery?
That's disgusting.
It's a cosmetic.
It's enhancing. It's enhancing. Her nose was operated. Her nose was operated.
Oh, yeah. No argument there, love. There's no argument there. Listen, I found something out about. I seen a video the other day, right, of this guy in Africa, and he like doesn't have any bones in his nose, right?
That's disgusting.
No. But apparently it's. I need somebody. I'm going to show you this video at the end of this video because the man was so heartbroken to find out that this woman had nose bones and he didn't have any nose bones. But anyway, we need to talk about this. We don't need to talk about it. We just need to see it because I need answers. Otherwise, I'm going to have to fly out to Kenya and boop some people. It's crazy. So what do you think about this? Because obviously...
and let's not forget what Charlie Kirk thought of porn. He thought it was the worst thing ever.
Oh yeah.
I mean, like he says,
let me pull it up for you.
Men are creating an industry, by doing this, by being hooked and pay for it. Because he was interviewing and there was an OnlyFans girl in one of the campuses, and Charlie and the woman was saying,
I'm pulling up. Maybe spoken.
Are you pulling
out? I found it. Aha. I think you're the only person that can find things. I found it. Right, hang on. I need to make it small enough so why is the volume?
Charlie Kirk, leaving him speechless after sending a strong message to women.
Hi, Charlie. I'm Nala Ray. It's so nice to be here today. So I was one of OnlyFans' top models.
Men, any girl that has the word Ray at the end of their name, red flag. Instant red flag. Sorry, ladies, instant red flag.
For the last 5 years. And I got so nice to be here today. So I was one of OnlyFans' top models for the last 5 years. And I got saved and I radically gave my life to the Lord and gave that life up.
Praise the Lord.
Jesus.
Stay there for a second. I have a message to men, and then I want you to give a message to women. Men, if you are consuming OnlyFans, it is no different than you going out with a prostitute every night. The only difference is that you guys get to hide behind some screen. You are contributing to the dehumanization and delegitimization of millions of young women that are nothing more. You are supplying the demand of the new online sex trade. And you need to stop doing it and repent in front of God for contributing to this awful cancer of selling your body for cash online.
Exactly. Right.
But here we have Erika.
Exactly.
I am so proud.
Right? Crazy. But you know what's interesting? Erika Kirk will have said that in a time when OnlyFans doesn't exist. Just to say that, which is very interesting. Because years ago, when I was right out of college, I went straight into building websites. And I met a couple of adult entertainers. They were all, listen, this is a really weird story. I mean, I'm in my early 20s. I'm in my mid 20s at this point, right? And I meet this guy and his girlfriend, and they're like award-winning British adult entertainers. And they're like, do you want to develop some web stuff with us? And I went on the weirdest 18-month journey of my life. And it was very bizarre. And there was no OF at this point, but these two were a couple who were both adult entertainers and produced, and they explained why they both got out of the traditional industry. And it sounds a lot like why people pivot into OF as an alternative to the traditional industry. So I'm not saying or defending it, by the way. I'm just saying it's an interesting conversation for people. But I agree with Charlie, 100%.
But now play the video that I sent you about Tyler Robinson.
And listen, I'm going to be honest with you as well. I need to just say one more thing. Like, men are weird. Okay, like we're a weird group of people. Okay, and women as well. Okay, regardless of what you say, ladies, that we all consume, both sexes consume this sort of media. How freely available it is for free on the internet with children, right? Being able to access stuff because their parents don't fucking monitor what they're doing and all of that. I have no problem with adults having to prove they're adults to see this content, just so you know. I also have no problem with people who choose to do this when they are grown-up adults with fully developed brains and have chosen to do this as their career later in life. I don't really think anyone should be making those decisions in their 20s, if that makes sense. So it is what it is with the whole industry. But access is the main issue that I believe that needs dealt with. Anywho,
this is the next clip that you're gonna watch. This is according to Lance, the furry guy. This is according to Lance what Tyler Robinson did in like, and let's see if you find it possible. Go for it, Ron.
Lance, the furry guy.
As it currently stands, they want us to believe that Tyler Robinson slept at home and then woke himself up before 4 a.m. on September 10th of 2025 because he had to leave his house in St. George before 4 a.m. to make it up to campus when they then catch him on walking by the neighbor's house at 8:07 a.m. That's that TMZ released footage. 8:07 a.m. Gets back in his car, pulls up.
Just in case there's any Facebook mums watching, this is all AI rendition of what you're being told. Just in case any of the Facebook mums are here and think this is real footage.
To the garage, finds the surveillance cameras in the garage, approach a Turning Point employee. It's like, I'm gonna wear my favorite shirt to approach a Turning Point employee because I intend to kill their boss. He said, apparently, hey, is this where the Charlie Kirk event is going to be? And she probably was like, yeah, it is. He then went to Chick-fil-A on campus. We haven't seen any footage from that yet. We haven't been told much about that. My assumption is he had a meal before he decided that it was time to do crime. He then drives off campus, parks, changes his outfit, puts on a long sleeve black shirt, puts on blue jeans, and he says to himself, before we do crime, we do Wordle.
Obviously.
That's a fact.
Obviously.
At 11:28, he sent his Wordle score to his friends. The word of the day was pouty, in case you're wondering. Then he shoves a broken down German 98 Mauser into his pants, and he starts limping back onto campus with a new hat, a new backpack, and we all know what happens next.
This is more accurate than a man shoving it down his pants and being able to bend his leg. I just want to point that out.
He then jumps off of the building after killing Charlie Kirk, lands onto solid ground, like he had been practicing that maneuver. And what we know for certain is that he then changes back into his maroon shirt, but he leaves the jeans on. He's then spotted at Dairy Queen. He really loves that shirt. He then departs Orem and drives 3 hours down to Panguitch, to the Cowboy Steakhouse, where he seats himself at the bar and he orders a steak combo with a soft drink. I want to emphasize that. No alcohol, presumably because he doesn't want to drive irresponsibly. And, risking getting a DUI, he probably doesn't want to hurt anybody. So after that steak, he drives back up to Orem. I mean, long drive. Another 3 hours, this time because he wants to retrieve his rifle during what is the largest federal manhunt of my lifetime and probably every single person who's listening to this podcast lifetime. But Tyler's feeling lucky because he's wearing his maroon shirt. It's his favorite shirt. He returns to the scene of the crime, and if I am understanding now, Tyler stopped his car to ask the police officer a question. So he commits a murder, drives for 3 hours, and is feeling confident enough to actually ask the police officer a question. Because I want to point out that he's been awake for a long time now. At some point, he gives up and he says, I'm not going to retrieve my rifle. and he decides to drive the 4 hours back to his apartment in St. George. So we can make a safe estimate that he left Orem around 1:35 a.m., and then he drives back to St. George and arrives earliest at 5 a.m. I'm just wondering if anybody tested Tyler Robinson for cocaine or meth, because according to this breakdown, he's been awake for 25 hours straight, during which he has driven an approximate 13.
Yeah, and he had a big plate of mashed potatoes. Like, if you've been awake 24 hours and tan a steak and a mashed potatoes, that's sleepy num-nums time. Sleepy num-nums are on their way.
13 hours and 20 minutes. 13 hours and 20 minutes of driving, up for 25 hours. Now, for clarity, in 13 hours and 20 minutes, you can drive from New Orleans, Louisiana to Chicago in that time frame. You could drive from Atlanta, Georgia to New York City in that time frame. Tyler Robinson? No, he's just driving about. He decided he just was going to go around Utah after committing his first assassination. And if you're thinking, okay, 25 hours is long, he probably then went to sleep, you'd be wrong. You'd be very wrong. If you're thinking, well, he must have at least, when he finally got home, showered and changed his shirt, you'd be forgetting that this is his favorite one. What happens, according to the narrative, is he stays home for an hour before he heads back out again, this time driving about an hour away to Cedar City, because that's where he's captured on gas station footage filling up his tank. And we don't actually have an answer for why he went to get gas that far away. But apparently, this young man just loves to drive. So why get gas local when you can get gas an hour away? And then we know he will drive back home. This is according to Lance's testimony. Lance will testify that he sees him when he wakes up. They're face to face in their apartment. He still hasn't changed his shirt, I don't think. And we're just supposed to accept it. I don't know, guys. I think that one day many books will be written regarding the stupidity, the sheer stupidity of the Fed slop. And I'm probably gonna write a book entitled "I Went All the Way to Orem to Commit an Assassination and All I Got Was a Maroon T-Shirt?" Question mark. That's what this feels like. Ladies and gentlemen, I just want to say this. If you are going to commit a capital offense, please remember to wear your second favorite shirt.
Yep. Hell yeah. Mad. It's mad. I love visual aids. I love things that are really complicated, broken down into bullet points. My brain loves it. And yeah, I mean, make it make sense, right? Make it make sense. Also, everyone that's talking about the flock cameras, Ron is horrified at what he has discovered about flock cameras and the flock system and the wrongful arrest. What the flock indeed, Texas. What the flock indeed.
What is a flock camera?
You'll hear about it next week. It's what I'm going to be covering it next week. It's going to, because what we're going to do, Paula, the Daily Show, is I think we're going to, on the Monday, have a section towards the end where we cover a topic that we're going to watch all week and keep it like a little ongoing thing. And that's going to be flock cameras next week, because when you learn about this, Paula, and you understand the way that the system works, right? So you hear the propaganda sales pitch and then the way the system actually works, but you learn about it all next week. And I don't want to digress from what you've just presented here, but this is wild, Paula. Like, again, wild when you hear it all laid out like that.
Like, to me, it's insane that this young man is still in trial. And I did not know that the rules in Utah are so backwards. But you can introduce hearsay on a probable cause to determine probable cause. This is why they had this Lance fellow. This whole timeline is according to that Lance fellow, his roommate, right?
Yeah.
And which is insanity. And by the way, he claims that he slept until 1 p.m. although there's nobody there to check that he didn't know what was happening the entire day because he slept until 1 p.m. There's no guarantee for his alibi or anything like that. His alibi is that he was asleep until 1 p.m. that day.
Yeah. It's you know what's even weirder though, Paula, right? We've got the new pictures coming out with Buff Tyler, right? I just want to remind everyone what Tyler Robinson looks like. Here you go. We've got Buff Tyler. Like, why is no one still talking? Can we just be reminded that? Hang on.
I just didn't know the following because I found out this through legal people that are talking about this. that the judge has to consider all evidence or non-evidence
Oh,
that
they
was
should be
introduced that favors the prosecution, not the accused,
what
to
people want to
determine
be
probable cause.
what people want to be reminding themselves is this is Erika Kirk's stepbrother, okay? And I'm sorry, but for some reason, why have we got like a Tyler lookalike in Erika Kirk's family? This case stinks. The quality of the footage that we're given, it all stinks. The aspect ratio that's been messed around with that people are referring to as compression, like all of it is, it's just testimony to just how many already bizarre occurrences happened on the day Charlie died. It seemed like a internet gift of an event. And I don't mean Charlie dying. I mean, the moment the gunshot went off or whatever went off, we have a man jumping up in the crowd saying it was me. Then an old man with his trousers falling down being led away. Then days later, we've got, oh no, there was a muzzle flash from one of the story window, and there's somebody looks like with a torch doing this. And then we've got guys running over here and guys running over there. Then the next day, they paved over the entire place. Like, what? What? It's too much. And that's before we even go into exploding microphones and freaking guys doing this behind them and cameras being off.
Well, Valhalla pointed something very good, which is the guy was about 10 feet away from the ledge. So and you can't have a clear view.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah.
From the ledge.
Yeah, that's a really good point, actually.
You know, and because you need to be somebody who shoots to understand how things work.
Well, do you know, Paula, see if you were 10, like, see if you're 6 foot away from the edge and you were standing up, right? That would be one thing. But if you're away from the edge and you're lying down, you're not seeing nothing. You're seeing the horizon. That's a really good point. In fact, that's a damning point, Paula.
Yeah, because the Valhalla did a breakdown and he says, what are you talking? It's at least 10 feet away from the edge of the building. How is his view from there? Because especially when you're lying down, you know, like if I lie down and you have, even if it's a little bit of a slant, and don't forget that Charlie had a tent, which made it difficult. So if you know what I mean?
Oh, I just want to say, if anyone else has been binge watching the downfall of Andrew Williams, it's freaking hilarious. If you know, you need to go and watch the Valhalla and his mates ripping this boy apart. It's just too much. So yeah, we've got the Jack Robinson video. And you know, we're friends with Valhalla. Big shout out Valhalla.
That Jack Robinson, you should show it. I said that to you because it's really funny. The beginning, it's really funny. He superimposes
Which one?
The one that says Jack Robinson.
Oh, Jack Robinson.
You're gonna laugh because he's like
Jack Bodybuilder Robinson. And a lot of different versions of Tyler are going viral. You've got Jack Bodybuilder Robinson. Robinson was hitting the TRT, I guess. And then, of course, we got Beefy Boy Robinson, because we know after a hard day of committing capital murder, Tyler likes to hit the Dairy Queen. And holy shit, I think we actually found the actual version of Tyler that really did probably take out Charlie. There he is.
Yeah. You gotta love the guy, right? So go check out Valhalla VFT. He's done a lot of good content around the debunking the caliber of the weapon and all of this, and he knows his stuff. He's a good guy.
I mean, but to me, I was shocked because I was wondering, why can the judge say, you know, this footage is compressed? But the fact that they had this Lance guy, which is a recorded testimony, which was cut, you can see that they were cut. It was cut and edited.
They're saying it's compressed so that everyone that hears that knows that makes no sense. It's the aspect ratio has been altered. It's basically
what I'm saying is with the judge listening to this, because people were saying, but isn't the judge supposed to dismiss this statement of this guy saying that that looked like Tyler Robinson on the stairs? And apparently by law, the judge is not compelled to do so. Because there is the prosecution is putting a witness for it. And the way that the probable cause hearing goes is that the judge must consider all credible evidence put forth or as testimonies or whatever put forth that favors the prosecution. So if the prosecution is saying this Lance guy is a witness and he's identifying this, then you have to send this to trial. So it basically wastes the taxpayers' money. So what his lawyers are doing, because this is all based on hearsay, because they did not allow the defense to cross-examine this person. It was a recorded message, which is insanity that because the judge ruled on it and said, you don't need to hear or cross-examine. It's like, what do you mean I don't need to cross-examine the witness? Especially when it's a capital murder, a capital punishment,
Yeah.
And then, but no, apparently the judge is only, so the whole point that his lawyers are doing is like, because if the law is not work, then you can actually go to the Supreme Court or federal court and say, because this is state law.
Yeah.
You can go to federal and say, hey, we do not accept this. Can you change that? And one of the lawyers, Baron Coleman, was talking that it happened to him in Florida, because he was, he was defending a guy. And the reason why the guy got off to begin with is because that particular crime was not punished in Florida. So what the prosecution did is like they appealed it and went federal and said, we need you to change the laws and include this crime now into so this is what the defense is doing, because it's insane that you can send somebody to trial for capital punishment, murder, to be off. Let's get straight here, because what Erika and her cronies are asking for is to have a young man executed. Yeah, she forgives him. Then why is she pushing for the death penalty?
Because she's trying to help. She's trying to fill up heaven.
Yeah. Crowd heaven. Her, a tour of crowding heaven. So it doesn't make any sense to me. This, and I gotta say, I don't know what Charlie Kirk was thinking, because for a man, in a way, he kind of was a bit of a hypocrite when it came to choosing a woman, because clearly she was a Miss Pageant. She was fake eyelashes, fake hair, fake everything. He was a man, and she was a woman who was not a virgin, clearly, So, but yet he was advocating he was a virgin when he got married, and he's advocating for women, not to have multiple partners. This woman had been living with basketball players and stuff like that. So
not basketball players.
Yeah. So clearly he did not apply this set of standards to his own personal life as he tells other people to apply. In that sense, I do criticize him, because he was not thinking correctly. I think at the end, because there's one thing that, and I also brought it in my video, she didn't kiss him goodbye because he was sleeping in a separate room. This is a young man who came from Tokyo or something like that, from doing a tour, to his beautiful young wife, and they don't sleep together.
I don't know, it sounds weird to me.
He didn't even take the ring because he had left his ring somewhere. I don't know where he was. Like, why would he take off the ring?
Yeah, every time I've come back from Japan, if I'm not sleeping with my own wife, I'm damn well sleeping with someone else's. I mean, it's tradition when you come back from Japan.
No, but look, she says that she didn't see him or anything because,
I know that. Sadly, we've only got like 8 minutes left, Paula, right? Because I've got something that I actually need to do today. But I need to show you something. Now, listen, I'm showing you this because this has been living rent-free in my head since I've seen it. And it's not a racist thing, okay? But is this just this one guy, or is this like all of Kenya? Because
I found what the hell is that?
Just watch. This is a nice encounter between two people, right? Just watch this, right? But just watch how sad his little face is. Just watch this.
Can I ask you? You love it. You love it. You love it that way. Is it you are touching it.
You have bones inside.
Let me touch yours. You have bones?
Hey, that's what I'm saying.
Bones?
I told you have bones. You have bones.
No.
Yes, touch it.
We are not the same. Your bone face.
Look at his face. So, like, is that just this one guy? Is that just this one guy? Or is that everyone in Kenya? Like, what?
Well, ignorant people who don't know a little bit of anatomy, of course you have bones in your nose. That's so funny. Look at his face. He looks almost disgusted.
He's so upset. He's
disgusted, Ron. He's disgusted.
No, he's not disgusted. He's upset.
We are not the same.
He's sad. I couldn't believe it. You have got to understand, this has been living rent-free in my head since I seen this. Okay? Like, I've had African friends. I've worked with people from Africa, right? And like, I need to know. I need to know now. So somebody leave a comment and let me know if this is just this one guy or if this is like all the guys. Because like I don't know why I'm so fascinated by this. Okay, but it did. He got a broken nose, maybe. Yeah, maybe.
No,
Maybe.
but no. I don't. Even then, he would
I
know he
need
has
to know, Paula.
But
I need to
even if
know.
it's a small bone, no. So of course, if you're ignorant, you don't know. Especially, like this is cartilage, but even then, you have hard cartilage, and then you have the bone here where the nose
I've got
sits,
a lot of nose.
holding up your cartilage.
Yeah.
By the way, talking about racism, I bought myself an Afro wig. Next week, I'm gonna come on with an Afro wig. Since Meghan Markle won't wear Afro wigs, I will wear Afro wig. I will do my show with that.
Hell yeah. I'm sure, pretty sure it's just him, Ron. Okay, thank you, Sparkle. Thank you, Sparkle, because it's just been living rent free. Because then I'm thinking to myself, like, and I'm thinking to myself, well, how many like pro boxers have there been that could have benefited from not having a nose, like no bone in their nose? Do you know what I'm saying? So anyway, thank you, Sparkle. Thank you. Because this is just fascinates me. This lives rent free in my head. This is the problem with Ron's brain.
No, I can't make it a blonde afro. It has to be a black afro.
Okay, well, listen.
Now, actually, no, I don't think I can find a blonde afro wig. Can I? I'm gonna go back to that shop. Now this lady this person put a thing in my head. Now I'm gonna go look for an blonde afro wig.
I've always wanted an afro. Like if I could just have oh shit! See what happens? See what happens when you talk about the afros? You end up spilling everything. That's what happens. Okay, so we're just gonna leave that there. But yeah, no, if I could have like a massive. Do you remember? Anyone remember like Fido Dido's hair? Like I just want sick. Or like, do you ever like touched a Van de Graaff generator, right? And all your hair goes.
Oh yes. That's in high school. And when you were in high school, you got that experiment and like standing up like that. I actually wanted to perm my hair in high school, and that went horribly.
Oh. I wouldn't say I'm a musician. I would say I'm a songwriter. all the musical noises I make are with my mouth. But I'm a songwriter for sure. I will take that as a label. You can check me out on Spotify. The band is called Static Divide. The album's called Lost, and I wrote the whole thing. So yeah, just a big pat on the back for me.
By the way, by those of you who keep asking me, this is CoverGirl. They're not paying me anything, but you guys keep asking. This is CoverGirl.
Yummy Plumper. My God!
Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas.
I need to live in a world where I walk into a shop with Paula M. and she asks the lady behind the counter for Yummy Plumper. I didn't know
what it was called. I just went to look at it. People are making me look at the name of it because they keep asking me which one. It's a lip gloss. It's a Yummy Plumper. It actually feels cool in your lips. So I now have to look at I don't know. It has a number. I don't know if it's 690, but it's Merry Christmas. So
Merry Christmas by Yummy Plumper. That is so funny.
I don't know. Can you see the number, Ron?
880, I think it looks like.
I can look at it. And I put my glasses in, but I can see it. So it's Merry Christmas, Yummy Plumber, but CoverGirl. They're not paying me a dime. This is what I want to say, because Now, if you want to sponsor me, my channel, you can contact Ron, and Ron is my agent.
Yeah, just so we can get an agency fee. That's all. Okay, just for the fees, baby.
Not everybody will, but
just for the fees. How did your work with Alabar go? Alabar is amazing. I'm starting his School of Witchcraft and Wizardry very, very soon. But now we're boys. So more work with Alabar coming soon. The first exorcism that we've done is going to be out in September. So there's lots to come. There's lots and lots to come. And my producer, Sarah, has been making videos for subjects that we've been covering for weeks. And I've not had the time to look at any. So next week,
I want you to feature a city in one of your videos.
Your dog. You want me to feature your dog?
My daughter.
Okay, sorry. Damn, I should know better.
I want you to feature her.
Did you see the fucking look I just got there, people? Like, did you see the death glare that I just got there? Damn!
How can you not look at her? City, come here. City, come here. I'm not gonna take your food. Damn it! Stop eating. She was washed to death.
I love her so much. Look at her. Oh, she is
so angry here, City. Isn't she the most gorgeous lady on earth?
Oh, 100%.
Guys, she's just been freshly baked. She's probably angry because I disturbed her sleep and her food. She actually tried to get her food because I love her. This is why I can't stand. I don't understand people who harm animals. So.
Oh yeah. Listen. I ended up with my first dog that was a Staffordshire Bull Terrier because of what I witnessed its owner doing to it in a park, and then me and a couple of my friends, very nice 6-foot gentlemen who were doormen at the time, went and liberated the dog from its owner, and that's how the story of TJ
Those people
began.
deserve the death penalty, quite frankly.
Well, I mean, yeah, but
They
also
do. Anybody who harms an animal is helpless. You have to be the lowest of the fucking lowest to harm
Yeah,
an animal.
I agree. But what I'm saying is, there's a lot of mundane tasks, right? Like there's a lot of places where we need big rocks turned into smaller rocks. Do you know what I mean? Let's make them do that. Get them doing that. And do you know what? Do you know what we do?
Even serial killers, Leva. I mean, can you imagine if you're lower than a serial killer? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, my boy is asleep, a mess on the floor after his big day of running around the front garden. It was hilarious.
Children, elderly are off limits. Animals are off limits. If you harm any of those, you're a fucking sicko. There's no ifs, ands, or buts.
Yeah, I agree. Well, listen, I'm back tonight at 10:30. Oh, it's so far. Sean's back as well. He's on before me, and Paula and I are back on Sunday with Dr. Ruby and Babs delving into the horrific nature of some of these now unalived but still very prevalent in the story and narrative of what we're telling, the psychopaths and narcissism, and it's Barbara's encounters with these French modeling managers who are just sleazy, horrific monsters. How it all ties in with what's going on in the world now, and how we can help avoid it flourishing as it has before. I need to go and I need a beverage. All right.
Don't forget to send Ruby which people you're going to talk about, so she
Yes,
can
yes.
take the time to analyze and present a thing, stuff like that.
Yes. Present a thing, of course, yeah.
No, like to put forth her for her to study and see the psychology behind these people, so she can give an educated thing rather than just.
I know.
Because Dr. Ruby's not like you and I. We just literally, guys, we're winging it here. Well,
but we're professional wingers.
That's what Fun and I are doing. It's like.
Yeah, but we're professional wingers. Some people can wing it.
Professional wingers. I mean, yes, of course.
Some people need
talk
to
about life experiences. I mean, you know what I mean? It's like, yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay. Won't this guy shut his mouth for a second? How about you just get banned? How about that? Bye. See ya. Right. Lovely to see you all. I will see you. I'll see you guys later. See you on Sunday, Paula. Love you all.
Sir.
And we'll see you in the next one. Thank you all. Peace. Oh, she just left. She just leaves me. She just leaves me. She just leaves me unattended.